As we start heading towards the NFL draft, there's chatter out there about the Buffalo Bills needing another wide receiver. In this video, we're going to talk about what their offseason might look like at the wide receiver position and what type of wide receiver they might be targeting just 1 year removed from taking Jon Coleman at the top of the second round. What's up, everybody? It is Jon Helmkamp with A to Z Buffalo. The wide receiver position is always one of those positions that gets talked about a ton, right? It's the flashy position, it's the playmakers, it's the styly type of players that draw all the attention and all the cameras on them at all times. And in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about what the Buffalo Bills might still need at the wide receiver position heading into 2025. First and foremost, I think it starts at Amari Cooper. We're not sure at this point if Amari Cooper is going to be re-signed, if they're gonna extend him into like a 2-year contract or something along those lines, or if they're gonna let him walk. After the season concluded with the loss in the AFC Championship game, Brandon Beane was very complimentary about Amari Cooper. One, for just being the professional that he is, two, the leadership that he brings to the table, and he also expressed the fact that it takes patience, it takes time for wide receivers to come into brand new systems with new quarterbacks, especially in the middle of the season, for them to be able to fully acclimate. When you add in the fact that Amari Cooper was dealing with injuries throughout his time in Buffalo, I think it's really fair for the Bills front office to look at this and say that they didn't really get the full depth of what Cooper might be able to bring to this offense. So it would not surprise me if Buffalo did elect to get Cooper back if they feel like they can accomplish that at a reasonable number. If they don't, then suddenly we're looking at a wide receiver core where Khalil Shakir is the unquestioned number one. He's the volume guy. He's the yards after the catch guy. Josh Allen loves him. And then you're dealing with Jon Coleman, who they drafted in the top of the second round last year after trading down a couple times. So after taking Jon Coleman, the Bills need to really ask themselves what they think his best role is going to be. I think because of his size, being a 6'3", 215-pound wide receiver, a lot of times people expect him to be that natural X wide receiver, that prototypical outside guy. But I don't think that's how Jon Coleman is best suited for this offense. I think he's more suited as a Z, as that guy that gets to line up off the line of scrimmage. You can scheme him into more open releases, utilize his athleticism going across the field, really try to generate some separation for him, since creating separation isn't his bread and butter. So if that's the case, if that's how we're going to be looking at Jon Coleman going forward, as someone that, yes, he's probably still going to get his jump ball opportunities on the outside because he does have such good ball skills and he does have that athleticism and that leaping ability. But if you're not looking at him as being a natural separator, then I think this Bills offense still needs one more piece that can create their own separation. So I think going into the 2025 NFL draft, that's the main characteristic that Bills fans should be looking for when looking at the names that are potentially on the board and when they might be going. I think speed and separation is the name of the game for what Buffalo should be targeting. Now, that might be at pick 30. It could be, depending upon who's available. There's also going to be a lot of guys that are available on day 2, and the Bills currently have 2 second-round draft picks as of right now. So I do think it's fair to think that a wide receiver is going to be one of those first 3 picks taken. It can absolutely happen, but I don't think that Buffalo should be pigeonholed into you have to take a wide receiver with one of those first 3 picks. Buffalo has plenty of needs. They need pass rushers. They can use interior defensive line help. They need help at corner. They need help at safety. There's a lot of positions where Buffalo can look. So if they don't go wide receiver, don't panic. Brandon Beane needs to be smart about this, take the best players available, and then try to find what fits the roster and the style of play the best after that. Some names to watch that I want to throw out there. Matthew Golden is one. Tez Johnson is another. Those are 2 wide receivers that I'm looking at that have great release packages, great speed, and create tons of separation for themselves. Let me know what you guys think about the wide receiver position in particular and what you think the Bills are going to do this offseason in the comments down below. I'll catch you guys next time.